Hey guys, I wanted to record the last part of this. It's 7:42. I didn't have enough time at lunch to kind of get through this, so I want to do just these last bit of problems. I think I have these two in the next three more slides. We'll want to be able to solve out the inequality, so I'm going to go ahead and bring my inequality values to the left-hand side. Uh-oh, what did I do? Gotta copy that on the picture. From here, I'm going to go ahead and subtract out 6x from both sides. Ooh, these are just bad. From here, we're going to get negative 3x plus 11 is less than 8. Give me a second. From this, we want to be able to simplify out by subtracting out 11 from both sides. We're going to reduce, getting negative 3x is less than or equal to, what was it? Cube change flip. 8 minus 11 is going to give us negative 3. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. When you divide it, we're going to change our sign because we're dividing out by a negative, and we're going to get 1. The inequality we want to be able to see here is 0 and 1. Closed circle at 0 going the right direction. To write that as an interval, we would write it as 1, comma, infinity. Number 2, this is solving for quadratic inequalities. Subtract out 2x squared from both sides. We're going to reduce down to get x squared minus 3x. I'm going to go and subtract out 4 from both sides and reduce. I can factor this into two parts. What multiplies to give you negative 4 adds up to give you negative 3. We're going to do x minus 3, x, oh, not 3, we're going to do 4 and plus 1. This gives me x is equal to 4 and negative 1. On my number line, it's less than symbol, so I know I'm going to go at negative 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be open circles connected. My interval is going to be negative 1, comma 4. Absolute value inequality, we're going to go ahead and subtract out 5 from both sides because I've got to isolate that inequality. We're going to get 7, absolute value of x plus 2. 5's cancel out, giving me negative 1. We're going to divide out by both sides by 7. That's going to give us the absolute value of 2 is greater than negative 1/7. Probably not the best value, but it's okay, we can still use it. Because it's greater than symbol, we have to split it into 2 to x plus 2 is less than 7th. And 1/7 is less than x plus 2. And from here, we're going to go ahead and simplify out these two. Tomorrow's test will, if I do give you one, it'll be a lot nicer. Okay. X is less than negative 2/7, and x is less than negative 1 7/8. I'm not going to even graph this one. It's kind of too complicated, but look at your old notes for the better ones that have non-negative values in them. It'll help you out guys out better. Completing the square with our circles. Group in our terms x squared minus 4x plus something plus y squared plus 10y plus something is equal to negative 13. Bring in the 13 to the other side. Divide by 2 and squared. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 squared is 4, so I'm going to add 4 here. Doing the other one, dividing by 2 is 5. 5 squared is 25. We're going to go ahead and reduce this down. This term reduces down to x minus 2 squared plus y plus 5 squared. 29 and 13. We want to be able to add those up to find out what our r value is. Trying to do it in my head. It's not working. Negative 13 plus 4 plus 25 is 16. Hopefully you guys can see it, that we have our equation as our final. We're going to get our center to be 2, negative 5, and the radius is going to be 4. The other one we want to be able to pull on, let's not worry about that one. I want to be able to go home right now. Last one is to this point, we're looking at the center equation that satisfies our value here. This one's our circle equation, then we have a perpendicular line. Finishing this one up, we're going to plug this into the center equation. X minus 1 squared, so that should be plus y plus 4 squared is equal to r squared. We're going to go ahead and plug our values into the equation to find out what r is. We got to find out the value of r. 4 plus 1 squared plus 7 plus 4 squared is equal to r squared, which is the variable we want to solve out for. 5 squared is 25. 8, 9, 10, 11 is 121 is equal to r squared. 146 is equal to r squared. Taking the square root is going to be our answer. Putting it all together, which we have our center point and our r, we're going to go and put them together to give us x plus 1 squared plus y plus 4 squared is equal to square root, or no, in this case 146. That would be our equation. The other one to the right, what we want to be able to do here is find out the perpendicular slope to this line already. So we're going to rewrite it. If you put in y equals mx plus b terms, we're going to get y is equal to negative 2/5 x plus 8 over 5. The slope that would be perpendicular with it would be its opposite reciprocal of the original negative 2/5. So 5 over 2 would be our reciprocal slope. It's asking us to go through a point, negative 1, negative 2. So we have the makings of it. So if I had to start writing my equation, it would be y is equal to 5 over 2x plus whatever b is. And we don't know what b is until we solve this little problem right here. So we're going to plug everything back in. Negative 2 is my y, is equal to 5 over 2 times negative 1 plus b. We are going to just solve for b, so negative 2 is equal to negative 5 over 2 plus b. Adding 5 over 2 to both sides, this is going to be equal sign, is equal to b. Simplifying this out, let's rechange this up, so negative 4 over 2 plus 5 over 2 is equal to b. b is going to be equal to 1/2, okay? So if I'm putting this all together, I'm going to use this b to plug in here. Our 5 over 2 is our perpendicular line, so 1/2 here. This gives me the equation. We're done. Okay. You guys have the remaining of this time to do it. Please study. I'll try to be in my classroom tomorrow morning. Email me. I'll check them right before I go to bed if I need to answer any of you guys. You guys have a good night. Take care, guys. Bye.